Hello students. So today we are going to start the second chapter. That is, the name of the chapter is measurement of resistance, capacitance and inductance using bridges. So this subject is there for the 4th semester electronic instrumentation and control engineering, and the name of the subject is electronic measurements. So myself Vijay Hugi, so professor in electronics and communication engineering department, SJPN Trust Polytechnic Nitsoshi. So the chapter starts with the types of bridges here. So basically there are two types of bridges. So that is DC bridges and AC bridges. So we will see the difference between these two bridges. The DC bridges, they are used to measure resistance, whereas the AC bridges, they are used to measure the capacitance and inductance here. So the DC bridges uses the DC voltage as excitation, whereas the AC bridges use AC as the excitation voltage. And the different examples for DC bridges are Wheatson's bridge, Kelvin bridge, etc. And the examples for AC bridges are Maxwell's bridge, Hayes bridge, Shearing bridge and Wayne bridge. So one more difference I can quote is the DC bridges, they use 4 resistive arms. So they are basically denoted as R1, R2, R3 and R4, whereas the AC bridges, it uses 4 impedances denoted as Z1, Z2, Z3 and Z4. And next we are going to discuss what are the different types of detectors used in the bridges. So there are 5 types. So first one is galvanometers. So basically they are used for low frequency measurements. Second one is moving coil type instruments. They are used for laboratory work. And third one is headphones. They are used for higher frequencies. So next one is AC galvanometer. They are used for low frequencies. And pointer instrument, they are used for frequency measurement. So next we are going to discuss the measurement of resistance using Wheatson's bridge. So that is, it is basically a DC bridge, so which is used to measure the resistance value here. So as you can see in the diagram, there are 4 resistive arms. So that is R1, R2, R3 and R4, or instead of R4 we have taken it as Rx, that is what, unknown R. And there is a supply voltage E, and that is what, a DC supply here. So as shown in the figure, so there are 4 resistive arms here, R1, R2 and R3, R4. So this bridge is used to measure the unknown resistance value here, and it uses what, excitation voltage E and the null detector G here. The bridge is said to be balanced whenever the potential difference between the points C and D is equal to 0 volt. So in that condition, so we will say the bridge is balanced because there will be no current flow through the galvanometer here. So when the bridge is balanced, we will say I1 into R1 is equal to I2 into R2. So as we know, I1 is equal to I3 is equal to E divided by R1 plus R3, whereas I2 is equal to I4 is equal to E divided by R2 plus Rx here. So that is based on the Ohm's law. So that is, current is equal to voltage divided by resistance. So the equation 2 and 3, so we are written what, for I1 I3 and I2 I4. So if you combine the equations 1 2 3, so we get what, R1 divided by R1 plus R3 is equal to R2 divided by R2 plus Rx, and if you cross multiply and if you simplify the given equation, we get R1 into Rx is equal to R2 into R3. So from this, if you take Rx outside, so we get unknown resistance Rx is equal to R2 into R3 divided by R1. So this is how we are going to measure the unknown resistance value Rx by using the Wheatson's bridge here. So next, the concept is the AC bridge, and we are going to see the general form of AC bridge. As I told already, the AC bridges, they are used to measure the inductance and capacitance values, and it uses what, AC as excitation voltage. And we can see here there are 4 impedances here, Z1, Z2, Z3 and Z4 here, and the null detector is the headphone here. So the general form of AC bridge is shown in the above figure here. There are 4 arms Z1, Z2, Z3 and Z4 which are known as impedances. The detector is basically a headphone here. So the condition for the bridge to be balanced is that the potential difference between the points A and C should be equal to 0. So in that case, no current flow through the galvanometer or the detector here. So we can say the bridge is balanced. So when the bridge is balanced, we can say I1 into Z1 is equal to I2 into Z2. So that is equation number 1. And if you write I1 I2 current separately, so I can write here I1 is equal to V divided by Z1 plus Z3 and I2 is equal to V divided by Z2 plus Z4. And next if you combine the equations 1, 2 and 3, so we get E divided by Z1 plus Z3 into Z1 is equal to E divided by Z2 plus Z4 into Z2. And if you simplify the equation and if you cross multiply, so finally we are going to get Z1 Z4 is equal to Z2 into Z3. So this is what the general form of AC equation. So next we are going to discuss the measurement of capacitance using sharing bridge here. As you can see, there are 4 resistive arms here or 4 impedances. So and there is a detector here and the source of supply is voltage here. So the sharing bridge is one of the most important AC bridge for the measurement of capacitance. So it uses 4 arms as shown in the figure here. When the bridge is balanced, so we can say Z1 into Zx is equal to Z2 into Z3. So we can get Zx is equal to Z2 into Z3 divided by Z1, or I can say Zx is equal to Z2 into Z3 into Y1. So Y1 is basically it is admittance. So that is 1 by Z1 is equal to Y1. So instead of 1 by Z1, so there we have written Y1 here. So finally I can write Zx is equal to Z2 into Z3 into Y1. And since the Zx arm, it consisting of what? One resistor and a capacitor which are in series. So I can write this as Rx minus J divided by omega Cx is equal to Z2. We have a resistance R2 here, so that is written directly here R2. And for impedance Z3, so we have a capacitor here and this can be written it as minus J divided by omega C3 and into the admittance value Y1, I can write it as 1 divided by R1 plus J omega C1 here. And so after substituting the values of Zx, Z1, Z2, Z3, we get this equation. And if you simplify the given equation and if you separate the real part and the imaginary part, so we get what? The real part Rx is equal to R2 into C1 divided by C3, and imaginary part we get Cx is equal to R1 into C3 divided by R2. So from this bridge we can find the capacitance value. So next is D Short's bridge here. So it is used for the measurement of capacitance here. So this bridge is what? The simplest form or the simplest method of calculating the capacitance value. And there are 4 arms here. So C1, which is what? The unknown capacitance. C2 is the standard capacitance, and R3 and R4 they are the resistance here. So when the bridge is balanced, so we can write here 1 divided by J omega C1 into R4 is equal to 1 divided by J omega C2 into R3. So by solving the equation, we get C1 is equal to C2 into R4 divided by R3. So by using this formula, we can calculate the capacitance value. And next, so that is measurement of inductance using Maxwell's bridge here. So figure shows the Maxwell's bridge. It is used to measure the unknown inductance here. The use of standard or arm offers the advantage of compactness and easy shielding here. The general form of AC bridge is Z1 into Zx is equal to Z2 into Z3. As I already told, so the unknown impedance, that is Zx, we are going to calculate here. So Zx is equal to Z2 into Z3 divided by Z1, and we can this as Zx is equal to Z2 into Z3 into Y1. So that is nothing but 1 divided by Z1 is Y1. So we are written Z2 into Z3 into Y1. Now we are going to substitute the values of Zx, Z2, Z3 and Y1 here. So Zx is Rx plus j omega Lx. So that is the resistance Rx and Lx, they are connected in series here. So we can write this as Rx plus j omega Lx is equal to R2. So that is for arm Z2 there is a single resistor R2, so we write R2 as it is, and Z3 there is a resistor, single resistor, this we can write it as R3, and Y1 we can write it as 1 divided by R1 plus j omega C1 here. And after combining the equation and after solving the given equation and separate the real and imaginary part, we get Rx is equal to R2 into R3 divided by R1, whereas Lx is equal to C1 into R2 into R3. And below there is one example, so which is used to find the unknown resistance value here. So that is, in a Whitson bridge, R1 is equal to 20 kilo ohm, R2 is equal to 30 kilo ohm, and R3 is equal to 80 kilo ohm. So determine the unknown resistance value here. So we know when the bridge is balanced, R1 Rx is equal to R2 into R3. So that is the general form. So Rx is equal to R2 into R3 divided by R1. So when we substitute the value of all the resistance values, we get Rx is equal to 120 kilo ohm. So next problem is, it is based on the Maxwell bridge here. It has C1 equal to 0.01 microfarad, R1 is equal to 470 kilo ohm, R2 is equal to 5.1 kilo ohm, and R3 is equal to 100 kilo ohm. Find the series equivalent of unknown inductance here. So by using the formula, Rx is equal to R2 into R3 divided by R1, and Lx is equal to R2 into R3 into C1. And after substituting the values here, so easily we can calculate resistance Rx and inductance Lx. As the unit of resistance is ohm and the inductance is Henry, the answer must have the units as ohm or Henry here. Next problem, it is based on a sharing bridge here. They are given certain resistance and capacitance values, and they ask you to find Rx and Cx. By using Rx is equal to R2 into C1 divided by C3, and Cx is equal to R1 into C3 divided by R12, we can easily find out the value here. So thank you one and all.